San Francisco police have arrested two individuals following reports of gunfire outside the residence of OpenAI CEO Sam Altman early Sunday morning. This incident took place just 48 hours after a separate firebomb attack on the same property. On Friday, April 10th, at around 3:40 a.m. Pacific Time, 20-year-old Daniel Alejandro Moreno-Gama from Texas allegedly threw a Molotov cocktail at a metal gate on Chestnut Street. According to reports, at around 1:40 a.m. Pacific Time on April 12th, a Honda sedan with two people inside drove slowly past Sam Altman's Russian Hill home. Police traced the car to 25-year-old Amanda Tom of San Francisco. Officers went to the 2000 block of Taylor Street and detained Tom and her companion, 23-year-old Mohammed Tariq Hussein, without any struggle. A search of the home turned up 3 firearms, which were seized by police.
I'm Derek Liu, Chief of Police for the San Francisco Police Department. We are here to discuss the attempted murder and arson incident that occurred early Friday outside a home in the Russian Hill neighborhood of San Francisco, as well as the subsequent threats outside OpenAI headquarters. I want to be clear, attacks like these will never be tolerated in San Francisco, and anyone who seeks to do harm in our city will be swiftly arrested and held accountable for their crimes. You will hear from our District Attorney, Brooke Jenkins, and U.S. Attorney Craig Masakian, who will have more details on criminal charges in their respective jurisdictions. But before that, I want to highlight the work of our exceptional officers, who swiftly identified the suspect in this case and took him into custody. He is identified as 20-year-old Daniel Moreno-Gama of Texas, and he is currently in custody in San Francisco County Jail. We are a safe city thanks to our officers and law enforcement partners. And this case illustrates our preparedness and ability to successfully navigate the unexpected.
My name is Luke Martin. I'm the Deputy Chief of Investigations at the San Francisco Police Department. As the Chief said, I will give you a brief overview of the facts of this case as we know them. I want to remind everyone that this case is active and is moving rapidly, so there are some details we unfortunately will not be able to discuss today. On Friday, April 10th, at approximately 4:12 a.m., San Francisco police officers from Central Station were dispatched to the report of someone throwing an incendiary device at a home in the Russian Hill neighborhood. Officers swiftly responded to the scene, where they met with firefighters and security personnel. The officers determined that a suspect had thrown a Molotov cocktail at the gates of the home before fleeing the area on foot. Thankfully, witnesses on scene extinguished the fire and no one was hurt. While on scene, our officers reviewed security footage and broadcast an image of the suspect department-wide. Approximately 1 hour later, at 5:07 a.m., officers from Southern Station responded to the 1400 block of 3rd Street, where a subject was threatening to burn down the headquarters of OpenAI. Officers took the subject into custody and immediately recognized him as the same individual from the earlier incident on Russian Hill. The individual, identified as Daniel Moreno-Gama of Texas, was in possession of additional incendiary devices as well as flammable liquid and a lighter. Officers seized the evidence and booked Moreno-Gama into San Francisco County Jail. Our investigators also contacted the FBI and began working jointly to follow leads outside of California. I want to thank our partners at the FBI for their assistance with this ongoing investigation. We also had a shooting incident early Sunday morning in that same area of Russian Hill. In that case, officers learned that a vehicle with 2 occupants drove past a residence when the gunfire erupted. No one was shot or injured in that incident. Our investigators identified the vehicle associated with the gunfire and executed a search warrant on the 2000 block of Taylor Street. Officers arrested 2 individuals and seized 3 firearms. Amanda Tom, 25, and Mohammed Hussein, 23, were booked in jail for negligent discharge of a firearm. At this time, we do not have any evidence to suggest this incident was related to the case on Friday, but both cases remain active. If anyone has information about these cases, please contact the San Francisco Police Department at 415-575-4444 or text a tip to tip 411 and begin the message with SFPD.
My office has now filed charges against Daniel Moreno-Gama in connections with the incidents that took place on April 10th. First, I will outline the charges in connection with the incident that took place at Mr. Altman's residence. We have charged as follows: attempted murder for victim Sam Altman, including an allegation that it was willful, deliberate, and premeditated, as well as an enhancement for the possession and use of a deadly weapon, which was the incendiary device. Attempted murder for the security guard that was at Mr. Altman's home with the same allegation and enhancement. We have charged attempted arson of the home in violation of Penal Code Section 455, subsection A, possession of a destructive device in a public place in violation of Penal Code Section 18715, subsection A, possession of a destructive device or explosive with the intent to injure or intimidate in violation of Penal Code Section 18740, and exploding or igniting a destructive device with the intent to murder in violation of Penal Code Section 18745. With respect to the incident that took place at the OpenAI headquarters, we have charged the following crimes: attempted criminal threats as it relates to the security guard that was present, as well as an allegation of use of a deadly weapon, possession of a deadly weapon. A violation of Penal Code Section 453, subsection A, which makes it a crime to possess or manufacture an incendiary device with the intent to willfully or maliciously commit arson. And a third charge, which is attempted arson in violation of Penal Code Section 455, subsection A. Be assured that this conduct is being taken seriously. We interpret this behavior for just what it is: an attempt on Mr. Altman's life and an extreme danger to those around him and those who work for his company. As the DA, my office will prosecute this case to the fullest extent of the law. This should also be a moment where our nation reflects on the often incendiary rhetoric that is being used in discussions about artificial intelligence and its future impacts on our society. In no way should we be at the point where a man could have lost his life over differences of opinion and concerns. We must, as I've said before about political rhetoric, turn down the temperature of our discussions and engage in healthy dialogue. We must focus on solutions towards protecting our workforce and protecting each other. But as we have said today, this type of conduct, this type of behavior is something that we will investigate and prosecute fully, and it will never be accepted in San Francisco.